The key access issue for people with learning disabilities is access to truth. In church, we tend to use really complicated language, technical words, long sentences, and it's really difficult for people with learning disabilities to understand. So Madeline Potter, the wife of the founder of Prospects, she developed a way of teaching at some Bible studies that she started in Reading at the Charity Service there. And she was teaching in a kind of way that addressed those issues. So teaching in simple language and interactively so that people could respond to what was being taught. And I was working with Madeline as a worship leader, and I'm a songwriter, so I was writing songs with simple language and simple tunes, helping people to respond in worship. So Madeline was helping people to respond to the word, and I was helping them to respond in worship. And we were seeing real growth in people's lives. It's really exciting to see that. And many people around the UK have been taking the model that Madeline developed and have been using that in their churches. And we have marvellous reports of how people have come to faith and how their faith has grown and how their spiritual gifts have been developed and have been used to bless the churches that they belong to.
How do we get churches to be a place where whoever walks through the door can understand and can grasp the fact that Jesus is for them too? Things that you can do both as a church as a whole, but also in small groups. Simple worship songs, simple sermons, down to earth, language that we use every day that tell the message. The repetition is helpful, saying the same thing or doing the same thing in different ways. We have training days to help people to understand how we can still be deeply profound in what we're sharing of our faith, but in a way that anybody can understand. We have over 200 churches now who actually have groups or a desire to reach out and touch the lives of people with learning disability. People with learning disabilities have gifts that the Holy Spirit gives them, just like the rest of us, and can make a difference in the life of the church.
It was fun and lovely, meeting lots of people I've never met, doing lots of interesting little things, testing on senses like smell, taste and hearing and things, touching, and we tried different foods, testing what they feel like and then looking and tasting and smelling and playing with different bits and pieces, feeling air, thinking how God created stuff and everything.
Another aspect of the growth in Prospect Ministry is that we are providing a broader range of resources to support churches in their ministry. For example, at times of bereavement or indeed for happier occasions such as marriage preparation and so on.
They make materials that are easy to understand, and the music is really lovely too. One of the favourite songs of mine is from Prospect, and it goes Just the Way You Are, and I like that song. That seems very powerful to me.
I've been looking forward to this day for ages. It's really, really exciting for me and for the people from our group who come. I think one of the things is it makes us realise that there are a lot of groups like us and a lot of people who, like our members, want to be able to worship and can't necessarily through their own churches. And you come somewhere like this and you realise that there is a real importance for this type of worship that is truly accessible, regardless of ability or disability. There's also somebody who was coming, when he first started coming, he would sit with his head bowed, eyes down, rocking, not looking up at all, and he would do that for several weeks actually. And then one week he sat up and he was singing, and now he stands up, chest out, singing away, and it's just lovely to see.
What we would really love is that churches engage with the whole idea of being accessible to whoever, where we can be open and accepting and will begin to touch the lives of people that haven't really been touched before.